At least 300 people who were travelling on migrant boats from Senegal to Spain's Canary Islands have disappeared. The boats they travelled in have been missing for 15 days since they left Senegal to try to reach Spain. Nobody embarks on these deadly journeys out of choice. These families face extreme poverty, deprivation, extremes of heat and weather, and persecution. Each migrant story is their own. In news reports, their lives may be reduced to just numbers on a page, but they are much more than that. They are human beings with their hopes and dreams, trying to escape broken systems in search of better ones, only to be left to perish at sea. The Atlantic migration route, one of the deadliest in the world, is typically used by migrants from sub-Saharan Africa. At least 559 people, including 22 children, died in 2022 in attempts to reach the Canary Islands, according to data from the UN's International Organisation for Migration. Members of the European Parliament will vote on Thursday on a motion calling for a new EU-wide search and rescue mission in the Mediterranean. In light of the most recent tragedy and all of those that have come before in the Med, it's apparent that we are too late in that endeavour. Too late to save lives that could have been saved, such as when 750 migrants capsized off the coast of Greece last month in one of the deadliest migration tragedies in the Mediterranean. The slow and uncoordinated response of the EU states left no chance for survival, and those states should and must be held to account. More than 5,000 deaths have been recorded on European migration routes since 2021, and 29,000 have died in the past 10 years on these routes. The Missing Migrants Project records show that many of the deaths on migratory routes to destination countries across Europe could have been prevented by prompt and effective assistance to migrants in distress. The actions of some EU governments recently have been beyond negligent, if not nefarious, when it comes to migrants and refugees, all of whom are simply just people. In my pre-EU Council statement, I recounted that in 2019, an EU resolution would have compelled states to step up search and rescue operations relating to migrants and small boats in the Mediterranean. That was heartlessly voted down. All four of Fine Gael's MEPs voted against that resolution on that occasion, and that resolution lost by 2 votes. This was a conscious decision to disregard the lives of those fleeing famine, war, extremes in weather and persecution in search of a better life, in search of safety. And culpability should be recognised for this lack of humanity in terms of how we took decisions in that Parliament. This Thursday is a chance to step up to our ethical duties and call for a new EU-wide search and rescue mission in the Mediterranean. The EU cannot fail thousands of migrants, and I hope this motion will be widely supported in the coming days. Furthermore, reports from survivors related to the International Organisation for Migration indicate that at least 252 people died during alleged forced expulsions by European authorities, also known as pushbacks, since 2021. Addressing these pushbacks is included in Thursday's motion, which is a very welcome addition. The European People's Party, who Fine Gael co-founded, are part of the coalition who put forward this motion. It needs as much support as possible. But we won't forget that the EPP were one of the main reasons the 2019 search and rescue motions were voted down. Actions have consequences, and learning from your mistakes is important. I only hope that Thursday will mark the vast change of approach that is required to prevent avoidable deaths of those who seek not only a better life, just seek to survive the one that they have. I can think of no greater endeavour on the part of the European Parliament or ourselves or the representatives that we send there. No matter what you call it.